Guess who's back? Back again. Hey, hey, Jamar's 84 back. Uh, tell a friend. Hey, hey, guess who's back? 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 Okay, enough of that. Let me scooch on up here. Hey, what's going on, YouTube? After like, ooh, 2 months? So for the six of you that stayed around after my hiatus, um, so I decided to come back and do videos again, and hopefully, my fear of what we talked about before won't come into fruition. So I'm just gonna try to be careful, as careful as I can, because just not doing it sucks. So we gonna be back. I feel like I come back again. I wanted to do this on Halloween, but I didn't get a chance to. So I'm gonna do because Llama Arts actually uploaded. I want to say about two or three different videos that we can watch. So that's exciting. So let's watch these disturbing true Snapchat stories. Now, if you recall, if you were here, oops, wait, what's that? What happened? Who? Did it stop? Okay, no, it didn't stop. I pressed a button. If y'all remember, we actually did a reaction to the some true disturbing Snapchat stories before, the hiatus. So I don't know if these are going to be the same ones that are animated. Hopefully they're different, but I mean either way it goes, I want to see what they look like anyway. So thank y'all so much for staying around, sticking around. I'm not sure what kind of content I want to start uploading again. I'll just kind of freeform and just go with the flow. But I want to thank y'all for sticking around with me. So without further ado, let go. Make sure we got our volume. Oh, oh, oh,
This
oh.
happened a week ago. Up until a few days ago, I went to a small, local gym in my now previous New Jersey town called Black Bear Fitness. One day, I had the misfortune of running into some skinny, awkward, yet creepy looking kid, probably 18 years old. He didn't look like he belonged in a gym at all. I had headphones in and I was doing my set when I heard him saying something to me, but it was muffled by the music. I was already annoyed with this kid, given that he was breaking an unwritten rule of the gym. Don't try to talk to somebody when they're doing their sets.
I think we did see this one. It's like the kid gets like really stalkerish and then he like tries to break into his house. But either way, we can watch it anyway.
I took my time finishing my set, and then took my headphones out to ask if he needed something. Then he started acting like I looked familiar, but right away I knew this kid was just trying some pathetic attempt at making friends. I assured him I didn't, but the kid wouldn't stop talking to me. I'll skip most of the conversation, but eventually he actually asked me for my Instagram and Snapchat, weirdly enough, and for whatever reason I gave them to him. Instead of just saying something like, "Buddy, I'm trying to work out," or "I don't have social media." After I gave him my Snapchat and Instagram, however, I did kind of urge him to let me resume my workout. He finally seemed to get the message and walked away. Not without saying bye like 3 times though.
Why was his shoes and sandals moldy though? Like, what have you been walking around in? The swamps, my dude? Like,
That night I got a snap on my phone saying from Sean. I immediately sighed and said, "Oh no." Just wondering why the hell the kid would snap me. I opened the snap, and the kid was in a creepy, weird
oh no, ma'am. Absolutely not. How did you get this dim light and nah, bruh.
pose, face way too close to the camera, with his head resting in his hand and a half smile on his face. The text over the picture was "Hey" with 2 Ys. I muttered the words, "What the fuck?" For the record, I'm a guy, which made this even more weird. My thought process was, I've had enough of this loser already. I'm gonna remove him and make it clear I don't want to talk if I see him at the gym again. And so I did. I removed him minutes after he sent that snap.
He made another one.
I'm sure not even a minute later, again a message popped up on my phone saying Snapchat from Sean. I waited a few minutes before opening it. This one was even creepier. Now the kid was sitting up on his bed. No smile, more of a
Oh, See, this is okay. He should have went with his first instinct and not gave it to him that at the what's called. If anybody that I don't really mess with or I'm getting a weird vibe from, I don't have social media. I've never even heard of Twitter, Snapchat, or Instagram. Those all sound like NFL teams to me. You know, I mean, unless they probably like follow my stuff already, and it's like, well, then you should know me. You should know it. Whatever. I'm rambling.
surprised, angry expression. The text over the image said, "Why did you remove me?" Now I went as far as to block him, meaning he couldn't snap me anymore. And that was that. I threw my phone on the desk and sighed out of relief. Half an hour later, my phone goes off, saying Sean added you as a friend, and then Snapchat from Sean. He actually made a new account. I opened the snap and felt my heart drop. It was a picture of my front lawn. The text over it, "Answer me, bitch."
Oh, now how he? Well, you know what? Snapchat has that thing, that location drop. See, this is why I don't even personally use Snapchat that often. I usually just use it to follow people and watch their snaps. I don't really snap much on there myself. I use Instagram more so for that. But see, this is why.
The first thing I could think of was, how did he find my address? Then I realized,
Mm-hmm.
Snapchat made that new map feature that lets you see where your friends are.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow I had the balls to open the window to see outside. It was clear out there. I shut the window and the blinds and started considering calling 911.
I would have immediately because I ain't got time. Because once people start showing you that they're crazy like that, they liable to do anything. He probably already digging a tunnel under your house.
It was the sound of taps on the window.
Nope.
I took a deep breath,
Nope.
and with one swift motion, I
Nope.
pulled up the blind and the window at the same time and
Nope.
pulled the kid into my room by his neck.
Oh, oh, oh,
I
oh.
punched him in the face a few times before he was out cold. Now I called 911.
Well, damn. I mean, it's justified, but I just was I would he better than me. I would have been scared.
By the time they arrived, he was awake, cursing me out, promising he'd be back and kill me. The cops heard it all. I didn't even have to make a case. The kid was an idiot. Luckily, the timing of this worked out well because I just moved a couple days ago out of state. Only thing that worries me, I don't want to have to make a new Snapchat account, but anytime somebody new adds me on the app, I'll never know if it's secretly that Sean kid again.
He's gonna be out the window. He's gonna be out the window. Oh, I don't know if that was him or not. You know how they do. Well, that was this first one. So, there's a couple other ones, and I forget which one they're called, but we'll be right back. Okay, so we back. Now, this one is relatively short. It's only 2 minutes long, which is interesting. I don't know how good this is going to be, but we're going to watch it anyway. Oh, Halloween. Okay.
I was vacationing in the Bahamas when I was 14 with some family friends. My friend and I were getting some henna tattoos at the hotel, and there was this guy lingering around us. But we didn't think much of it because a lot of people would stop to see what was going on. After mine was done, I told my friend and her mom I was going to go back to the room to get ready for dinner. There were two ways to the other side of the hotel, either inside through a bunch of small stores or outside along the pool. I walked through the inside and got to the elevator, where I saw the guy who had been watching us already at the elevator.
See, you already made your first mistake. I wouldn't even got in. I would have checked out my phone, went on a phone call, or pretended to do something. I'm not going to get in an elevator on this man for one reason. I don't need to be in an enclosed space with him because you don't know what he's going to do. And two, you don't need him to see what floor you type in so he knows what floor your room is on. See, you ain't educated, you ain't versed on how to keep yourself safe from these crazy people. She about to watch her walk in this elevator properly look at this man, and then point, and then she's gonna put on the floor that she's on, and he's gonna follow her. Now, if you're going to get on the elevator, which you shouldn't in the first place, if you're gonna do it, push a floor that's like 4 or 5 floors away from yours, and then just walk down the stairs. If you just got to get on this elevator, watch her be stupid. Watch her do it. I swear she's gonna
We
be
got
stupid.
on together, and he gestured for me to choose my floor button first.
Watch. Mm-hmm.
I clicked it, but he didn't choose another floor.
With your dummy.
Alarms start going off in my head.
Dummy.
But what could I do? I was stuck in an elevator.
Dummy. Oh,
The elevator stopped on my floor, and I started walking to my room. In this hotel, most of the rooms faced the ocean, so to the right in this hallway were just windows. I was in the very last room on that floor, and I could see the guy following me about 10 feet behind.
Oh,
About 2 doors from my room, he ran up and grabbed me. I kicked and screamed, and he dropped onto the floor. I ran to the room and locked myself in. After talking with security and giving a description, they found the guy and found out that he had actually been following multiple younger women in the building.
See, girl, I told you, you're not supposed to give him your stuff. First of all, you shouldn't have got on the elevator with him anyway. God, y'all gotta be more careful now. Sheesh. But we're gonna go to this last one. It's supposed to be like scary field trip stories. So, child, this gonna be triggering for me because I don't too much never trust the field trips. No way. Whew. Okay, be right back. Okay, here we back for these scary field trips horror stories, child. This is gonna be 5 minutes. This will be the last one, and I'll see you guys at the end. Well, I'm gonna see you guys at the end. What am I talking? What am I talking about? I'm gonna be commenting through it. Stupid. And I just burped. That was gross. I'm sorry.
Back in high school, I took a mysteries and mythology type class, or something like that. I don't remember the name of the class. It basically just had to do with real life mysteries and creepy shit. I was into that kind of stuff. I was taking the class with a good friend, who I'll call Ben for this story. The teacher of the class took us on a field trip to a nearby abandoned village with an unknown past. The village was built in the early 1900s, but seems as though it had been quickly abandoned shortly after it was built. The bus ride there was about 20 minutes. All of us were glued to the bus windows as we pulled up some sketchy-looking, decrepit road cutting through dense forest. The road eventually led to a clearing. We were there. We stepped out onto the road, which had grass growing through the cracks. The grass surrounding was almost knee-high. Then there were the buildings.
Pause, bitch. Absolutely not. Did y'all sign any type of consent form with my parents to let you go on this trip? Because if I read down and it says desolate area location, and if I Google it, because I'm assuming this is modern, I'm gonna Google it, see where it's at, and I'm gonna read up about this. My son to send my child up to no neck of the woods doing who knows what. They, they should be sued.
The tall, archaic brick buildings with the boarded up windows all gave off such chilling vibes. The teacher lined all 20 of us up, counted heads, and then began leading the way. The point of this little field trip was to use the so-called skills we learned in class to see if we could put anything together about why the village may have been abandoned so long ago. Some of the buildings had holes in the walls to serve as entryways. There were even holes in the ground next to some of the buildings, seemingly dug to get into the basements of some of the buildings, which seemed creepy. There was one building though. It stood taller than any of the others. It just intrigued me the most. While the teacher was leading the group towards the village church, Ben and I decided to sneak off on our own to look for anything interesting.
Stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Why would y'all wanna go off by yourselves in a creepy neighborhood that got fog, weird looking trees, and abandoned buildings, and it's apparently haunted? Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to separate yourself? Now, if something happens to you, then what? Then what?
We walked off in the direction of the tallest building. We saw a hole in the ground. It was dug by the back door of the building, which had been sealed off.
Mm-hmm.
In the hole was a ladder, which led down to the concrete floor below. We both looked
And y'all dumbasses gonna go in the hole, ain't you? I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. I'm supposed to be better. I'm supposed to be better.
at each other and knew we had to do it. Ben climbed down first, then me. Luckily, this was just around the time Apple started putting flashlights on their phones, so we had a source of light.
Okay, so this is modern. So y'all had to have gotten some sort of permission slip, and I'm assuming that y'all parents, had some kind of sense to figure out where they about to send their child at. So either y'all forged y'all mama's signatures or y'all parents suck. That's how I'm gonna put that. Your parents suck. Why would y'all go? This new generation, Lord, they don't have the same fear that the rest of us do.
It was creepy down there. There were a couple of beer bottles, one graffiti tag on the wall, and dusty wooden planks everywhere. There was a wooden stairway which led up to complete darkness, since all windows and doors had been sealed shut from above. We had already gone as far as to enter the building, so we figured we'd go up the stairs too.
Dummies.
I went first,
Dummies.
and with each step, the creakiness of the 100-year-old wood made me feel as if I was going to fall through each and every step. Ben followed suit. This floor of the building was very tight. It seemed like there were many openings going off into different, smaller rooms. It was so dark in there you would never even guess it was daytime. Ben and I were honestly starting to get creeped out in there and agreed to go back outside. But just then, there was a noise in one of the tiny rooms, like a big rock hitting the concrete floor. A normal
Nope, absolutely not. Why would y'all go in there? Why? Y'all like, what are y'all equipped with? A phone? A flashlight? What's it gonna do against whomever this is behind the curtain number one?
instinct would be to run, but Ben and I froze, locked eyes for a moment, then both tiptoed over to the opening of the room. We shined the lights into the room and ran. We ran back down the stairs and then up the rusty ladder back outside. We caught up to the group out of breath. We didn't say anything though to avoid getting in trouble. One of our classmates asked us what was wrong. We told him we snuck into one of the buildings, and in one of the rooms, when we shined the light into it, we saw 3 guys standing maybe 10 feet away from the doorway, facing Ben and I in a weird formation, as if they were waiting for us.
Oh no.
As we continued following the group, we paid extra attention.
Hell nah. See, that's why you don't do stuff like that. There are people who are preying on little kids who are dumb enough to go into these places that are all abandoned because they know y'all gonna be crazy enough to try to sneak in here and be all cool and whatever, and then they snatch you up and do unspeakable things to you, and you ain't nobody got time for that. Why even put yourself in the position? That's why we have, the buddy system. We stick together. We don't wander off.
To the tall building we entered from the distance. And before leaving, we saw a person's face at one of the higher level windows that had not been boarded up. We never told the teacher in fear of getting in trouble. We didn't know what to think. Were those just homeless people living in there? Were they gang members in hiding? Ben freaks me
Guess what? Now they're gonna follow the bus and follow you to your school, probably to your house.
out with his theory. He says they were ghosts of the people who once lived in the town. Still, the way the 3 guys were just hauntingly standing there so calmly,
Ghosts.
staring at us the moment we peeked our heads through that doorway, I still can't get that image out of my head. I may go back to that village one day, just to prove Ben's idea wrong.
Go back. Oh, you deserve to. Go ahead, snatch him up, cause he foolish. He just stupid. I'm sorry. I see something traumatizing like that, I'm not gonna give a fuck after that. Snatch him up. See, stupid. I'm sorry. But that's it for this video, you guys. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. I do plan on uploading more frequently again, just to get back into the groove. And I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you like, comment, and share. Let everybody know that, I've dusted off my channel again. And we back. But again, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.